What is up, everybody? This is Kyle from the TF Review, and it's days like today that make me love summer. It's hot outside, it's cool inside, you got a birthday party going on down the street. Oh yeah, and Transformers Dark of the Moon is coming out tonight. And in honor of that, I'm doing a review of Voyager class Shockwave, my favorite movieverse Transformer figure to date. I love this guy, and I cannot wait to show you how awesome he is. So here we have Shockwave in his tank mode, and he has an excellent looking tank mode. I mean, from the colors, first of all, this purple is just so G1 inspired. It looks fantastic. And the silver, the gunmetal silver, looks awesome. I definitely approve of any Transformer that has this color silver being done. Even the molding just completely blows me away. I mean, these tank treads are so detailed. It is awesome. One thing I really like about the mold on this is that it's not afraid to show off its hollowed out bits. And usually most toys, they sort of hide them and they keep them so you can't see them. But this guy definitely is not scared to flaunt them around a little bit. And you can see, you know, just all of the hollowed out pieces that would normally be hidden on any other Voyager class. Now, Shockwave, some people are complaining that it does look a little bit funny because his gun is on this side. But that's not something that really bothers me. Now, you can take his gun off, and when you do, and the way it lines up, it's only allowed to be put on this arm. So, if you wanted to, you would not be able to put Shockwave's Mega Blaster on this, which is probably one of the only downsides of his robot mode. Nothing to keep me from not enjoying this toy at all. I love him. He's got a couple Mechtech ports. He's got one right there, of course. He's got one on top of the blaster. Also, he's got a Decepticon logo right under it that just looks fantastic. And you've got one right there, and one right there. And he's got a couple 3mm clips, which I think is, you know, kind of unexpected, but kind of cool right there. And then two of them on each side of what will become his feet. Now, he also does come with this, which is sort of like a hook or sword. You can just plug it in. I like to plug it in onto that. And there you go. Loa, you have Shockwave. He looks awesome. Now, to transform Shockwave, first you're going to want to get rid of this. And also, you can start off by taking off his gun. That's something what I like to do because it just makes the transformation a lot easier for me. And then you can remove the hose too. The hose is, you know, it's not held in by anything, except it does lock into place a little bit, but it's removable, it's detachable, so you don't need to worry about being constricted to having the hose attached to something at all times. Then, what you're going to want to do, fold these bits up. These will become his arms. Don't worry about them yet. It's just nice to get them out of the way. And then take this piece, and this piece will become his backpack. And you have to start. And then from there, you want to fold it down. You want to actually, it is pegged in. Now you want to fold it down. And just move it out of the way. Now for his legs, it is pegged in right there, but they're not too hard to get out. Do the same to the other side. And now you fold this down, lock it, and twist it. And do the same to this leg, fold down, twist it, and there you have his legs. Now to get his feet out, I like to use these the 3mm clips for leverage. You just fold it down, and these two little spikes pop out. Flip that up for his knee pad, and there you have one foot. Do the same, knee pad, and there you have the other foot. Okay, now for his chest, what you want to do is you want to unpeg. His chest is pegged in by two Mechtech ports. You just want to unpeg it, and there's a fly that's raping me. Okay. Fold this down where his head is, and then push his chest piece forward. Twist that. I'm going to kill this fly. So then you want to fold it down, lock it, and then the two Mechtech ports that were on the side of his treads, you just want to Hold on. Line them up, line them up, line them up. There you go. And then his chest piece locks into place. Now for his arms, you just want to fold them around, bring them down, pop the hands out, fold them around, bring it down, pop the hands out. And then lastly, we need to do his head. Now to get his head unlocked out of the visor, you just want to flip this whole piece back, which will become his backpack, and lower it, twist his head around, and then you'll see he's got a peg right there in front, and that pegs into the back of his rib cage. So you just want to peg it in like so, and then take his backpack, lock it in like that. Also, he has two small little flip panels that you have to fold back for his heels. I forgot about that. And there you have Voyager class Shockwave. Shockwave is such a win. Like, he is so epic. Everything about him. His sculpt, his paint, his color. He doesn't have a lot of bulk at all. Actually, he's pretty thin. Here you can see his backpack, which is what his front two wheels are formed up of. Also, he has more 3mm clips right there on his back. I mean, I just love this figure. Now, putting his arm cannon is simple enough. You just take it, line up the Mechtech ports. Boom, there you go. Now, one thing I'm kind of confused about is he's got this little Mechtech port under there, which I'm, convinced that that's where the hose goes. The problem is there's no way to peg it in because this part is meant to be like this. This is backpack. So if you wanted to fold it out and use it, it really doesn't do much. You can peg it in, but it really limits the articulation a lot, and it's just, it makes it into a pain in the ass. So what I do is I just peg it up here. And for the most part, it works fine. I mean, his articulation is still limited by a little bit, but it looks relatively good. And also, you can take his little sword right here and peg it into this Mechtech port, and there you have fully equipped Shockwave, who is amazing. Just look at this head sculpt. It looks awesome. Seriously, this head sculpt is amazing. I mean, just all of the sculpting used in this toy are just absolutely fantastic. I love it. And just that one red eye. The light piping is brilliant. Hold on, let me turn down some of my lights so you can see just how epic the light piping is. I mean, heck, I don't even need my little light to show you how good this light piping is. I mean, you can just see it. But you just see how bright and menacing he looks. It looks awesome. Best use of light piping I've seen in a Transformer to date. Really. It's awesome. Now, for articulation, Shockwave's arms move in and out, rotate 360 degrees, bend at the elbow, fold in at the wrists, due to the transformation. This arm, it has, pretty much all the articulation you need, except you can only move his arm up so much. And you just have to kind of move around the hose a little bit, but it's not too bad. He's got no waist swivel. Legs are on ratcheting joints. Move up, move back, bend at the knee. And there's no real foot articulation other than moving up and down. And his head is on swivel joint and turns left and right. So in the end, I highly, highly recommend picking up Shockwave if you can find them. He is an awesome figure. His tank mode is like nothing you have ever seen. His robot mode is equally awesome. Not to mention his Mechtech weapon is probably the coolest thing on Earth. If you're a Transformers fan or a fan of Dark of the Moon, you definitely want to pick up Shockwave. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the TF Review. And have a good night.